Hi, everybody. It's Tuesday, the 22nd of December, 2020, and this is Weather in 5 days and 5 minutes, brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware, Long Island's largest rock salt provider at 631 756 1125, 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, just north of the Southern State Parkway. That's what it looks like on the outside, so you don't miss it. And inside and in the back, rock salt, tons and tons of rock salt. As we said, Long Island's largest rock salt provider, and also one of the largest providers of all sorts of snow melting and ice melting products like Omni Melt, Petalo, Mag Ice Pellets and Flakes, Biomelt, Geomelt, and of course the tools that go with it: shovel spreaders, snow blowers, etc., etc., etc. So Omni True Value Hardware, the place to go to be ready for the next winter storm, which fortunately is not on the horizon in the short range. So we're looking at our satellite, and we are seeing improving weather conditions today across the Northeast. The cloud cover should be thinning out somewhat as the day goes on, with some sun breaking through the clouds from time to time. We have a disturbance that moved out offshore. You can see that little curl there. That's out in the coastal waters, moving away to the northeast. And now we've got more energy coming in back into the Rockies and Plains, and that is the next weather system. Still dealing with this rather busy jet stream pattern that has been moving one weather system after another. And of course, when we see the northern part of the jet stream phase with the southern part of the jet stream, it spells trouble. And here's the view from Canada, uh, showing the systems. They've been kind of taking a similar route overall, uh, in general. I mean, the specifics, no, but they all are coming in. They're coming into the West Coast and then, driving down, in some cases going to our south, some cases going to our north, and then making an exit out to the Northeast. We don't see that pattern overall breaking down anytime soon. In fact, the pattern that we have been in this month looks like it's going to hold for a while as we go into the month of January, and may actually even strengthen a bit going forward. So we have no weather issues really for the rest of today, tonight, tomorrow. Temperatures on the chilly side, but nothing unusual for this time of year. But I do want to jump over to the next weather system, which is going to be for Christmas Eve, Thursday. And I'm thinking that we're probably going to uh, not see too much in the way of downpours on during the day side on Thursday. There might be a few scattered around, but the bulk of them are going to come Thursday night. High pressure overhead for tomorrow, to the rest of today and into Wednesday. We're going to also start to see a really tight gradient developing ahead of this front, and I'm still amazed at how impressive the NAM is, and some of the other models showing what looks like a long squall line of downpours and probably some embedded thunderstorms to move on through. In fact, we may have a risk for severe weather in eastern North Carolina and perhaps even into southeast Virginia. I wouldn't be shocked at all if we wind up seeing an isolated severe thunderstorm in the mix when this front goes by Thursday night. And anytime you see that V shape on the isobars, that's telling you that you've got a powerhouse, a deep trough, very deep, very sharp trough coming through. And we're going to go from strong southerly winds and heavy rains for a while during Thursday night. Should be gone by Friday morning. I don't see any change over to snow before ending. There is going to be some snow up the Appalachians from northernmost Georgia and through western North Carolina, eastern Tennessee, on up into western Pennsylvania, eastern Ohio, and western New York out of this. But once we get out of this with the rain, Friday is Christmas Day, is going to be a windy and cold day, probably northwest winds gusting to 40 miles an hour or more, and temperatures that are going to be settling down in the low and mid 30s. The weekend is looking good, I think, for Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be dry and it is going to be cold. We're talking teens and low 20s by for nights, for Friday night into Saturday morning and Saturday night into Sunday morning. And then for daytime highs, probably upper 20s to low 30s on Saturday, and maybe a little bit higher than that, but not much on Sunday. The next weather system after that is for next Monday, a low coming east out of the northern plains, moves to our north with another cold front, and then we're going to see some showers here maybe come Monday afternoon. This low is very, very important in the long range because uh, based on what we saw in the models, we are going to take this low into eastern Canada, and we are going to see, I believe, a setup that is not that different from what we just went through with the snowstorm. Not saying we're going to get another snowstorm, but it's going to look relatively similar. This is for the end of next week, so just a quick heads up on the long range that with the pattern remaining pretty much the same, this blocky pattern out in the North Atlantic and the jet stream depressed pretty far to the south, and the split flow that we have, a northern jet and a southern jet. When those two streams decide to come together, oftentimes it does spell trouble. So it's something you want to put in the back of your mind that we're kind of focusing our attention to the latter part of next week as we head toward New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. I know it's a long way away, but we like to think ahead here on Weather in 5. And Weather in 5 brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware, Long Island's largest rock salt provider, 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, 631-756-1125. And the website is omnitruevalue.com. The Joe and Joe Weather Show tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time. Please do tune in on my YouTube channel. And you can subscribe to my YouTube channel by using your Gmail account and just hitting the subscribe button. And while you're watching the live stream, you can participate in the conversation. Hit the like button, which would be very nice. So once again, that's at 7:30 Eastern Time tonight. Have a great day, everybody.